What's going on, guys? Eric with TheWiscoGuyz, and in today's video we're gonna go over what I got for the Firebird. So if you don't know, you're new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, definitely subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But this is my 1988 Pontiac Firebird Formula WS6 model. I've had this car for the better part of 14 years now. We're gonna do all new suspension. It's kind of a budget build, suspension lowering, everything, but I bought a bunch of parts to get this thing handling right and get this thing steering right and get it just that much better in cornering and everything like that, because in about 3 weeks we have the Cruise for Cancer. The Cruise for Cancer in Duluth and Superior, which is Duluth, Minnesota, Superior, Wisconsin, where we go around and we go to a bunch of stops, a bunch of cars are there, a bunch of people. It is just one of the best things ever, and it actually goes to a good cause. They pick a cancer patient, generally a kid, and they raise a bunch of money throughout that day to donate to that kid. So I gotta get this done before we go to that. That's gonna be like the shakedown. Well, I'm gonna shake it down before then, but that's gonna be kind of the big shakedown for it. And then we're gonna nut and bolt check it that following week. I'm gonna put this stuff up on the screen, but the following week we're gonna nut and bolt check it, and then we're gonna do Black River Motorsports Park 5.0 autocross, and we're gonna go to that and we're gonna see how we do in this car. I did go there once. I'll throw a clip in here. We'll see how we compare to other cars, because I know there's going to be other cars there that I've ran before, but those drivers might be better because they've been going to the, you know, the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. But we're going to go back, see how we do, and just kind of get this thing just handling way nicer, you know. So let's get this on level ground and let's measure out the wheel gap, or the arch gap, from the ground to the top of the arch here. So let's get it on level ground. Alrighty. So like I said, in this video we're just gonna kind of show you what's going on here. So we're gonna measure this out real quick. 27 7/8, maybe a little bit lower than that, or a little bit less than that. That's front right, or front left, I mean. 27 3/4. So there's a wheel gap there. 20, 28, about that, 28, maybe 28 and an eighth. And that's about 28. So the driver's side is a little bit lower, but it's probably because my fat ass is sitting on there. But either way, we're gonna get it into the stall, and we're just gonna go through the parts in this video and just show you what I got. Hopefully I got everything I need. I don't know if I will. That's why I'm trying to get this like done as soon as possible. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the rear first tomorrow, and then the weekend after we're gonna do the front. We're gonna start the rear first just because I think it's gonna be easier. Front is probably going to take a couple days. I'm hoping it doesn't, but I think the front's going to take a couple days. But I'll show you what we got. So let's get it in the stall and go from there. Alrighty, now we got it in the stall. I'll get it on the lift on the next video, but like I said, this video we're just gonna go through what I got. It's quite a bit of stuff, so I just want to at least show you guys like what we're doing before we start doing it, because I'd rather show you guys what I have. If you guys want to duplicate it, then you can just look at this video and go through the parts list. Alrighty, so this is all the parts I bought for the vehicle, all these boxes. So we'll just start from left to right and we'll just kind of go through it. So first off, I got ACDELCO part number 194-60610. And everybody said this is the only one that works for these cars. Besides, there's another brand too, but ACDELCO. It's called a Pitman arm. Something like that. Pitman arm. I don't know. Everybody said this is the only one that works. So I bought the only one that works. I did the energy suspension bushing kit, master bushing kit. So I got all these new bushings for the whole car. And I mean, there's everything's in here. Grease, bushings, and they're all labeled. And everything has a thing. Control arm with thrust washer. I mean, look at that. You even got a sticker in there. So everything's labeled. Pan hard bar bushings. I mean, this is new front sway bar links. And like I said, I've already been through these boxes, but like I said, it was just like, do it once, don't do it again. If I need to add parts, that's fine. Like if I needed like more adjustable parts, which I might do in the future, but I ended up doing a lot of stuff from Rock Auto. I got ball joints. These are taped up. The boxes were terrible when I opened this up. I got ball joints. I got tie rod ends. I mean, I got struts, shocks, KYBs, XLGs. I didn't spring for the adjustables. I figure I'm not going to really be under there like all the time adjusting this stuff. So I got like tie rod, sleeve adjuster. I mean, everything on the front end is going to get changed out. Tie rod ends from MOOG. Inner and outer tie rods going in. Oh, these ain't greasable. Oh, they are. Yep, there's a grease port right there. So everything can get tightened up. You know, it's a 35-year-old car, and I'm sure half of this stuff is, probably more than half, hasn't been done. So, but we got the XLG struts in the front, XLG shock absorbers in the rear. I didn't hear anything bad about these. Everybody tells you go to adjustable, but we'll see what happens there. You know, we can always change struts out later on down the road and shocks later down the road if I really want to get the adjustability. So that's pretty much all of that there with the suspension stuff. I did do a like intermediate bar as well too. I figured just get that. I don't know if the one on there is shot or not. It's the big like drag link bar that goes from one side to the other. So I got that too from Rock Auto, of course. And that's all the front end stuff, shocks and struts for the front. Now to get to the fun stuff. As you can see, we got UMI boxes here. I sprung, no pun intended. I sprung for some springs and some other goodies from UMI. I figured, you know, they've been doing this for a while. I looked them up. I've seen all their stuff. They even put autocrosses on too, so that's cool. Or sponsor them at least. So let me get some of the stuff out of the box. And alrighty, so I'm not gonna open it. I should open it up the whole way, but I'll do that tomorrow morning. So we sprung for the 87 to 92 TPI upper strut bar. It's going to go from one side of the strut tower to the other side of the strut tower and clear the tune port injection. So I figure we're going to do the strut tower bar from over here to over here, get this front end stiffened up. Now, in this other box from UMI, other part from UMI, we're going to do this as well, which is the front steering brace. So with this, where this goes, bolts here, I'll open up in the next video, but it bolts up underneath from where the steering box is over to the other side of the frame rail over here. So that also stiffens up that front of the chassis. They said this is, well, they call it, I think they call it a wonder bar. So it must be pretty good if it's called a wonder bar. So I'm going to stick that back in there. Alrighty, so we'll go to this last UMI box. And what we have in here are lower control arm relocation kit, bolt on for the F-body Camaro Firebird, along with, of course, bolts to get that put on. Also, we have lowering springs, front and rear. So we have those as well too. I'm not going to pull everything out, but there they are. So we got those as well. So what that's going to do is drop the center of gravity of the car. I think it's a 1 in the rear, 1.5 in the front, which will be good because I'll give it a little bit of rake, I hope. Maybe it might even look even. It's 0.5 on an inch, so we'll see. But 1.5 in the front, 1.5 in the rear, I think. But like I said, I measured everything before we did it, so we'll see what happens there. We got those. And then I was recommended to do this so you don't get wheel hop when you put the power down. And that what this does is takes the lower control arm and puts it at a lower angle on the car, so you don't get a wheel hop effect when you're spinning tires, which is good because it doesn't wheel hop now. So we don't want wheel hop. And I don't know if you've ever seen like those trucks, like doing burnouts, two-wheel drive trucks, and you just see their tire just bouncing like a basketball. We don't want that. So I'm excited to get this car just a little lower. I've always been told this car sits a little too high, but it will sit a little lower. I don't want to go really low, but I think this is a good compromise. I mean, an inch is, it's not that much. So inch and a half should be good. So that's about it on that. That's what I got. If there's anything I should get for the future, throw it down in the comments for sure. I was also told an adjustable pan hard bar, which I didn't spring for because it's kind of expensive. If I need it, I'll get it. And I think the adjustable pan hard bar kind of like centers up your rear axle. So hopefully with everything going down, that it still stays somewhat centered. Once all of this stuff is installed, we're gonna have to go on the alignment rack and get everything lined up, cambered up, whatever else we need. Well, we're gonna have to do it. So yeah, that's about it. So if you have any questions on part numbers or anything, definitely put it in the comments below as well too. I can, just throw the part number down there and let you guys see what I ordered and what worked for me. So other than that, I think that's gonna cover that portion of what we're doing for the next video or 2 videos. I'm gonna try to make it 1 video. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you've done some of this stuff, comment below too. And if you have any tips or tricks, definitely let me know. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Definitely, hop below, hit subscribe. I've already said it 100 times. Hit subscribe, hit subscribe, hit subscribe. Please, I want to grow this channel. I want to travel. I want to do things. I want to drive my car places. And I would like to meet, do meet and greets as well too. Just it'd be nice to just get out of the house. I don't like staying at home too long. You get cooped up. So, and it's still summertime. So, alrighty. Thanks, guys. You guys have a good night or day, whatever, whenever you're watching. Have a good one. See you guys. Bye.